is on Justin Herbert. It doesn't get a lot better than his last game, going over 500 yards. It's the Chargers and the Bengals, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Play action. It's Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 9. Now Herbert off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. He completes it to Olave. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Herbert off of play action, steps away. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Touchdown! Chris Olave, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
You talk about this Bengals defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. Touchdown, Chargers. Chris Olave with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 24 carries, 91 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now left side on the swing pass. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 21. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. To the air again, Burrow. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A big play there for L.A. 51 yards.
Oh, man. Disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Chris Olave on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
At the Chargers' 48-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch so far by Pickens. It's good for a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. George Pickens, 36 yards. And the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting good yardage with each and every one of them.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A 28-yard gain. And the Chargers first down.
Herbert on first down now. And this one taken in by Olave. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
A gain of 29 yards. First down.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
11.
Now ETN to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Chargers 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and this will be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate, but the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
1st and goal, Chargers.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
First down. Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
12. 11 MT. 12.
Burrow will throw. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 1, right? 11, Thomas. 11.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Burrow on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Got an open man, it's Pickens. Down to the 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And that one results in 35 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Play action. It's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Touchdown, Chargers! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches in production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Burrow on play action. It fights him off.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
11, mighty. 11.
Now Burrow on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
11 empty. Right, 80. 12.
On the counter, Etienne.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. And they go play action now. Burrow. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
At the 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Open man here is Conklin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, and that is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That is caught. He's going to have the 1st down and then some.
A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
And the Chargers first down.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's caught down the field by Palmer.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Herbert off of play action. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Josh Palmer.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers are able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
At the 41-yard line.
Now it's Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
The Chargers take over.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And he will step out of bounds, but not before he's all the way across the 50.
A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He completes it to Olave. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Herbert out to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him. That's been difficult for them all game long.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
11 empty.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
Come on, ready?
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using them for...
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Open man downfield. It's Palmer.
Touchdown!
Josh Palmer with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Burrow. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards. First down, Chargers.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Herbert's throw caught by Olave. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down. Here's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by DJ Reed.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking.